Hello, friend. How are you? It's good to have you guys back with Heather and
Oh,
I.
sweetheart, it's doing it again.
Hmm.
Hi, guys. We're having some audio issues. Do you want me to bring you my headset that I normally wear?
No,
Okay.
the sides of my it wouldn't handle it very well.
Okay.
It's just what coming in and out.
It's cutting in and out big time for me. I suppose we could take a look-see and wait for some people to come in and see if they have the same audio issue.
Okay.
Hold on,
Yeah, I
I'm
want to
just
see if it's Zoom or if it's because the Zoom thing. It's showing that my microphone is working.
Yeah, you sound fine this moment.
So
Well,
hmm,
hi. We'll see. We'll
we'll
see. We'll
just
see.
wait and see. Because I am thinking MX Brio, do. I just think we should wait and see. I had restarted it. We unplugged it, plugged it back in, restarted it again. Um, I'm showing the little up and down thing on my microphone. So,
Okay.
okay.
It's like dreary day outside today. I couldn't get out of my sweatshirt.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see the live chat. Well, I'm
Give me a
going
second.
to pull up a chart.
Hi, Samba. Hey, can you hear Miriam or is she cutting out quite a bit?
Yeah, I
If you
need you
don't mind
to
telling
tell us if you can hear me or not, or am I like boop, 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 in and
See, when
out?
you said that, it came through just fine.
Okay.
So it's hit and miss on when it's wanting to act up. So suppose we won't know till it starts happening again.
Hi, Samla Samba. New sub. Hey, thank you very much. You're an Aquarius. Nice. We love Aquariuses in this house. Tends to be a thing with Heather and I. And Amba and everybody else that are my friends. Yeah. Aquariuses. Very each one is so individual, and maybe that's what we love about them so much.
Right.
I think Aquarius energy cannot handle inauthentic energy. I think that would be fair to say. Aquariuses want the real. And if not, they get pretty upset. You not being able to hear me, babe? Hi, Moody Blue. Hi, Jessica. That's my friend. Hi, Jessica.
If hi Moody Blue, Jessica, you guys are saying that you say Moody Blue says that they can hear us both just fine. You started cutting out really bad on my end, so I'm gonna be right here, but I'm gonna disconnect my microphone and reconnect.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'm gonna hang out with some folks. It's pretty cool hanging out with folks. Oh, yeah. While we're gonna take a little moment, I wanted to hold up. Yes. This past week, we have some new Patreon members. I want to thank you guys personally. Thank you so much for coming to join our merry band of men in tights. No, I'm just kidding. You remember that movie? We're the men in tights. It was a movie. It was a pretty funny movie. Anyway, thank you for joining the Patreon channel. We hope you are enjoying all the extra content over there. Yes, if you are patrons, tomorrow we're going to finish doing the tarot readings for the zodiac signs. We're going to start off with Scorpio and go ahead and go all the way through. Yes, we're going to be reading for Aquarius, Samla, if you would like to join either the members site over here on YouTube or the link for Patreon, where you kind of get a better deal. Kind of over there.
So in other words, what she's saying is if you would like to answer a question, we're here answering questions for our patrons and our YouTube membership members. We definitely appreciate the subscription, but you would need to be a paid member of the $9.99 or higher
to have a tarot question
for us to do a tarot question for you. We're here every Sunday for that, for our people.
I do want to welcome the new members. Veronique. I hope I'm doing that right. Veronique Lapine became a top tier member over on the Patreon channel. So I wish we had a button. Thank you so much. Veronique. You know what? I'm just hoping as a friend that it is that cool. If it's Veronique, and that's the way you have to walk in like a queen and be like, no, it's Veronique. I would love that. Chelsea
Yeah,
Rainier. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Thank you so much. She's coming in on a tier 2 level over on the Patreon channel. Chelsea, that's right. We have fans. Do you know what?
For Veronique. Because we're fancy.
We're grateful you're here, Chelsea. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Great. Joel. This is one of my longtime people. Joel is. He and I have been, peas and carrots now for probably 6 or 7 years. But I still can't say his last name. Joel, you know who you are. I hope that you and the horses are doing well. I hope the mamas are doing well. I hope the school is doing well. It'd be nice to just send us a message and let us know that the school got started. They're trying to open a school up there on a horse ranch. He trains the horses. It's kind of cool. But they wanted to start a school for children to learn how to ride horses up there. Also, Wendy P. Hello. We saw your comment, and thank you for being a Patreon member, you guys. Those are our new people for the week. I think Wendy P's been with us for a little bit longer, but Veronique, Chelsea, and Joel. You go now. It's your turn.
Well, you've been cutting out the whole time. I'm trying to be able to keep hearing you. So, yeah, I think it's maybe I just want to hang out too. No, I did see that we had an upgrade. Somebody went from the regular membership. They upgraded to the biggest tier. So yes, thank you guys all for joining us. And I've been, I've been battling this silly illness. I don't know what was going on. It's like I had the flu, but without all the traditional, like I got allergies, but there was not the sneezing and the coughing or the fever. I mean, I was running warm, but my whole body has ached for like a week. And I'm gradually getting better. Got my computer back up and going just like within the past 2 hours. So I got all kinds of stuff that I need to do for our patrons. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going through tomorrow and doing what do we got? Scorpio through Pisces left to do tomorrow.
Yeah, Scorpio through Pisces.
So that should go pretty good. You guys. Hope you guys join us.
I had a busy day in the kitchen today making cookies, chocolate chip cookies, to give our guest their send off with love, and a car full of chocolate chip cookies, which are perfect. They came out perfect, by the way. where they're like a little crunchy on the outside and ooey gooey warm on the inside. It has taken me a lifetime to become a guru for making these cookies. So I'm very happy to have sent our friend off with joy and love and chocolate chip cookies. I feel accomplished. So my apologies. We just wanted to come hang out. We were like, screw it. Let's just go sit down.
We're a little late, but yeah, we've kind of been occupied. But I was so full from the brunch we had that I'm just
You're
like I couldn't touch a
welcome.
cookie. Yes, thank you. I couldn't touch a cookie, but I'll definitely have one later
Dude.
on. It's my what is it? It's my Friday night, I
Yeah,
guess you'd put it that way. It's my
it
Friday.
is.
I'm off for the next couple of days, which means I get to do a little more stuff here.
If you're
But
a member or a patron, don't forget, you can get a tarot reading right now with us. We'll lay some cards for you. Go ahead. We're talking
oh,
about brunch. I
yeah,
think we're
we
going
were
to look at
missing.
the chart a little bit too, right?
Let's do that. Yeah. So chart of the moment.
We did.
I pulled this up.
I think I've spent the past 3 days listening to love songs and driving everybody mad in the house, except for Iris. Iris was appreciative. However, um, so this morning when I sat down with the chart to look at the chart, I plugged in all the love asteroids and I was like, what is going on with the love?
Yeah,
So I
I
put
saw
in
your face.
amor and
Amor.
like
Oh, I love Amor.
eros and eros.
Yeah, those are some good ones. Eros and Amor.
Valentine.
Yeah, Valentine's a little more finicky. It's a little more like a
That's fair.
it's like a non-committal Valentine's like a non-committal asteroid from what I've seen. It's kind of like the
Aphrodite.
oh yeah, yeah, always got to have Aphrodite over there.
That's short term good time. But yeah, we had a short term good time. We had a friend over and there were lots of laughs. Holy moly. Lots of really good, deep conversation, lots of good laughs. I filled my cup at least. Got my Libra moon cup all full and full.
There were definitely a lot of laughs. We were acting last night. That was interesting.
Last night we were doing Over the Line, the game Over the Line. And
It's a
it's,
word game that's like in between charades and Pictionary.
yeah,
Like you get to pick or choose if you want to act it out or whatever. But
yeah,
you think about, okay, I'm sorry. This is for a few people that will understand what I'm talking about. So if you
right,
know the
right.
Chappelle Show and Charlie Murphy was always talking about the habitual line stepper. Well, we played this game last night that was called crossing the line,
Over the
so you think
line,
about over the
over the
line.
line, yeah.
So like, you think about when people kind of go a little too far. It was some cards that were a little more like risque,
Racy,
um, racy,
Randy.
offensive, offensive. But it was in a way kind of like Cards Against Humanity. Some of the cards, if you play like the adult version way,
Mm,
like some of those, and to have to act them out or
yeah,
do or draw, it was really interesting to see
man,
how
how was it? Pluto's in Aquarius. I think we mentioned it for just real brief last night while we were playing the game. But Heather was right. Leo energy is going to be hot, 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 hot. So none of us had played charades before.
no.
And so it was very curious how quickly we picked up the acting thing, all three of us. But, Heather, she won.
Yo,
Heather.
I had to act out the Holocaust. Tell me how fucked up that
No,
is. Like
I mean, that was messed up, but I can understand how I'm the one that got it.
yeah,
Like,
it was interesting because, we throw down cards, we do the tarot and stuff, but as we're playing this, our vibe was really just going very well. And like all the cards that we drew, like we've either experienced, say regularly or whatever. And it was just so fun. How synchronistic it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a freak. Look at all these cards I won.
I mean, it's crazy because that Leo energy where you have to be playful enough but brave enough not to give a diddly dang about what your playmates are going to think of you because a lot of these cards are racy. And so some of the actions are, but man, I'm telling you what, it was a rip roaring, wonderful time. I thought, I want to do this every night with my friends, to laugh that hard. Uh, when you haven't had that in a long, long, long time,
Yeah.
it's just.
And for those that don't know, it was sober. We weren't drinking and that
No,
stuff.
we weren't drinking. We were just laughing. We were just laughing. In fact, I have a whole bunch of liquor that nobody ever drinks. And if you're in the area, just come on by. Take it. Take it. We're not drinkers here. And
one of these days we'll
I think we had beer in the fridge for 5 years and it took us 5 years to get rid of it.
Yeah, not too well. But yeah, let me pull up the chart. I had it in here. I was sharing and then we kept talking. So I changed it up.
Changed it. Okay.
I don't know.
Who else we got? Cool. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. We're going to take a look at the chart and hang out. If you are a YouTube member or a patron over on the Patreon channel, please feel free. Drop a question if you're having one in the chat, and Heather and I will be glad to throw down some cards for you and tell you what we see. If you want a private session to anybody, go ahead and book or schedule at the link down below this video. I am an evolutionary astrologer. I do one of those 2-hour videos and I record it and I send it back to you after the reading. But I am able to see your soul's evolutionary purpose, which is big, big words for I know why you're here. I know what your soul is trying to do, the lessons that your soul is picking up and moving through towards its growth. I know where you came from, know where you're going. The chart will tell me past lives that you've had. It'll also show me your spiritual gifts. And we take some time at the back part of that. After we get through your karmic histories, we sit down and look at your spiritual gifts and I show you your spiritual strengths. Like if you are awake, you want to work for the divine collective, you want to serve in any capacity. I'm not saying start a business, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
Kind of like, here we go again.
No, I'm listening.
Cool.
I'm listening.
There you are. I found you. Yeah. Feel free to get that reading because we sit down and look at your spiritual strengths and you'd be surprised how beautiful you guys do. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Heather. I love you.
And not just that, and love you back. Not just that, like when Miriam goes into it, she can't help it. Like she starts channeling too. So you're going to get an experience that is quite unforgettable, and the knowledge in it helps light up so many of those, dark areas where you've always like had hits throughout your life about something. And you're like, oh, I don't, oh yeah, you're right. I did have this, that, and the other thing. Well, it's tied to a past life typically, but
yeah,
yeah, it's an amazing, amazing experience. So that's why they always come back to you, Em. But yeah, in the sky, I don't know.
Cookies.
Never, especially not the ugly ones.
She come in the kitchen because I made chocolate muffins, right? She come in the kitchen. She's like, this one is disgustingly ugly. I need to take it.
I can't have this out in public, out for the public eyes as I'm going,
Like,
eating it up.
I took the ugly one. So
It's
gullible.
disgusting. Nobody wants any of these except for me.
Disgusting.
I'll do the Pisces sacrifice. I'll do the Pisces sacrifice and eat all the ugly cookies.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to
That's
talk
right.
about this energy in Capricorn because, man,
It's pushing. It's pushing, and you see that square. We have the Mars Cazimi going on. Where
do
that's where
we?
that's
Oh,
where
we
Mars
do.
and Sun are both at 21
That's the Kazemi you
Capricorn.
were talking about last night. Because this morning I was looking up Mercury. I was like, Mercury ain't in no Kazemi.
Well, it was. So
It
look,
was.
all this out. Well, not yet, but Venus was. Sorry, dear. So Venus was Cazimi. Mars is
Yes.
Cazimi. Mercury's going to be Cazimi next. It's going to be a few days, but it will be.
Right.
And that Cazimi is like where it's conjunct side by side right there, and it becomes. It's like an energy that amplifies
Mm,
whatever's touch. So the sun like amplifies Martian energy when Mars is conjunct the sun. It can also like burn it out too, like dissolving energies, So, the story of Icarus who flies too close to the sun and burns down the world. Mars can also, Mars going too close to the sun. Mars is our drive, it's our energy, it's our go, it's our willing and being able to go and pushing that ambition.
mm,
And you may have all the ambition in the world right now, but if that sun's burning out your Mars, you might end up sick with burnout. You overextend yourself with that opposition to Jupiter down there in Cancer. I mean, it's not exact, but it's within a 3-degree orb, and
yeah.
that's a big. You see that T square in the sky right here. So that Mars Sun Cazimi is squaring Chiron at 22 Aries, which is Chiron is squaring down to Jupiter, which is opposing
Mm,
that Cazimi. So, and that's still 19 and 15. Mars is opposite Mercury as well. So, with that, you got that it's icy overextension big time, and a lot of people working on that wound that is still there. Mars or Chiron has moved forward, but it's almost like a forward moving post finding out what the story's about. Like we're moving past this, let's say even just the holiday season. There's been some things revealed with this last full moon. And I'm very much looking forward to the new moon in Capricorn that we have coming up in a few days. What are your thoughts, Em?
well, anytime I have seen Mars and Venus close together, and let's just say for Venus represents female, Mars represents male, and in between you have the sun. And so on a very basic level, I'd be like the sun is lighting up something between Venus and Mars. And I'm also checking out that trine over there to Uranus. Like, hello, governor. What's
Yeah.
that about? Because it would be very quick to release something radical, release something revolutionary, release something, yeah, especially with the square to Aries. And that's why when I was looking at Mercury, it's way back behind the sun. And I'm going, okay, so people are having this inner awakening moment like, oh, I really do love chocolate chip cookies, right? But they're not saying anything to anyone unless it's in their close circle of people that they can trust. Scorpio moon.
Right,
um,
right. Scorpio moon.
squaring,
That trust
squaring
issue.
Pluto.
Well, that sextile to Neptune, right, down to Pisces, right? So it's a minor grand trine involved in it. So that I like that point that you just made with the sun between Mars and Venus because they're all three conjunct.
Yeah,
And being in Capricorn and being it's like a responsible to me. It's a responsible
it's a
transit,
yeah,
but it's like the Uranus is almost like, let's say you had a falling out with somebody you care about, okay? Because that's what Venus and Mars are. It's fucking competition, right?
but
And you've
it's
got the sun illuminating the soul between it. And if you got that trine down to Uranus, it could be, and which is like a higher octave of Mercury, trining up there to, or sextiling up there to Neptune, which is God, compassion, collective faith, sacrificing, giving up for a better good. It could be that you got some communications coming in and maybe even some apologies from people. I don't know.
the anytime Venus or Mars is connected to Uranus, whether it's in a square or a trine or a something, anytime there is connection like that, you're speaking about like Venus relationships or Venus resources and the way that we use them or the environment that we're in. And the touching of it to Uranus is supposed to be taking it out of a traditional context and putting it in a framework like this. It would sound like this: my Venus, my love needs to be free, free love. You know, if it's Mars, then it carries the masculine type of that, and it would be like saying my masculinity must be free and not kind of like marriage ring on the finger thing. A lot of folks, like in past lives, when you have connections like this, it can identify LGBTQ community from past lives that didn't, their soul was not done. They were not done having the life experiences in that realm. Oftentimes, it can also talk about what would you say? Because in this mix, it's sort of like it's very fast. It's a really quick thing. Like it would be like saying, "Oh my God, I really do want to cheat with my neighbor."
Oh gosh.
It's like that because if you were in a traditional role and that was your norm, this thing is going to be like, "How you like them apples?" Um, and if you were in a rebellious mode, it could be just as quickly putting you in a responsible state of responsibility and using that Capricorn energy of leadership and of honor and saying, I may have done that once upon a time, but I have grown out of that. Um, but it can be just really, really quick. So I think that as Mercury moves up into Cazimi with the sun, I don't think people will be speaking on it or about it until either the new moon on the 15th, which is in like 4 days, but also going up to the 20th or the 21st of this month. And then maybe they'll be ready to kind of crawl out of their closets and stand in front of the ones they love. And hopefully, when they say the message, their loved ones will support them no matter what it is.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully.
know my people will. They'll be like, yeah, high five.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Don't be telling me no, hopefully. You be high fiving me, woman.
I heard you said hopefully, hopefully. All right. I'm just sorry, I was multitasking. I will
Pa-
stop.
Palace also being in a sextile to Chiron. I think there is a very brave energy here of standing your ground, but I don't think it's with cruelty. I think it's with honesty. I think it is standing your ground with honesty. Look, I'm just saying, if there's a twist in the narrative for you and how you feel about being honorable, being full of integrity, because with Capricorn, it's either going to drag up something about father or fathering energy, parent or parental energy, your dad, your granddad, your ancestral line. Capricorn, it'll pull up things that have to do with your reputation and that are in public view. And all of a sudden, hey, dude, we can see what color your undies are. It will also speak about Capricorn energy with the law, speaking about the law, and whether it's the laws of earth or the laws of the road or the laws of the game, it's going to be a thing. Do you want to add to Capricorn anything?
Authority. Yeah, I mean, going into if I missed what I thought, were you bringing up Lilith or
No,
Chiron
I
and
was
Lilith?
just describing like territory of some of these discussions that might either, like, you could be in a position where someone asks you some questions, and as you answer with authority, you will be expressing that Chiron 22 with honesty. That's what I think. And will it shock a lot of people? Maybe so, but it'll be the truth.
You
It's
can see
what
it
is
playing out.
necessary.
You can see it playing out in real world right now. You figure about
Yes.
that was her name, Renee Good. You know, the authority, what happened and what's unfolding with I think there's certain people that are definitely on one's like taking sides. You know, there's a taking sides on something based off of the wound and what you're, uh,
I
what
had
were
a
you
good
saying?
friend send me a question about that.
Yeah,
What side? And I'm like, look,
I know
it
what I
it
saw.
is. It's right
Yeah,
now in the present.
yeah,
It's not a moment where we have no. It's in existence now. So what side?
right.
Does that make sense? What
Yeah, yeah,
side?
exactly, exactly. Like it's
This ain't no
oh my
choice.
god, it's
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 here.
one of yeah, it's here. You know, you're if you're let me just say, it doesn't matter what somebody sees with their own eyes. If there's anything that we've learned, somebody can have the truth right in front of them. And their Jupiter, their belief system,
Yeah.
and their, I'm going to also say, and the relationship with authority,
Yes.
Capricorn, is going all of this opposition, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
men and women, the
Gender
sun being
roles.
down on the gender roles and what's right, what's not right. You can have something be perfectly right in front of your face, and 99% of people are going to say we see exactly what happened, but the
Yeah.
other ones are going to go, no, that's authority, and no, this is what I believe I saw based on this, and that person shouldn't have done that and that and that. Well, you know what? Like, that's trying to pit sides. Like, there's something way bigger than all of this, and it
Yeah.
should not be anything about picking sides. It's almost like what psyop, like timing. Not that she mattered, the situation matters, but there's a lot of big mattering stuff going on, and if you're involved in the what side are you on, what did you this and that, we all know what we see
You'd be
happened.
fighting by
However,
yourself in a room by yourself.
e- exactly, yeah. It's like,
Good luck with
personally,
that, Willis.
yeah, it's like just watch what's happening with the world. There's going to be so much changing, and some of it's going to be good, some of it's going to be rough, and some of it's not going to be very fair
Mm-hmm.
to some people, but those other people are always going to say it's fair. So picking sides is not the way to go with it.
No.
No, Saturn. So look at that, 22nd. We're really close.
I also
Good.
think the Capricorn part is explaining that whether you like it or not, this exists. And um how was I saying it yesterday? You may have tried to work so hard to eliminate something and it's still there.
Yeah.
Still there. And you're like, where did all my Capricorn work? Didn't I do a good job? It's like these big fat questions. And I told my people yesterday, I said, don't ask for an answer today. You need to wait like till the new moon, because when the sun and Venus and Mars and Mercury leave Capricorn, anytime a planet leaves a sign, it'll drop something. So within the next week and a half, we will have not just answers, but we will have the path in front of us. It would be like a machine laying out not just your options, but the road you will walk or the options given to you. I don't know. Um, or the gift. And I can't guarantee it'll be a gift because it's Capricorn. So usually Capricorn does not give gifts. Capricorn likes to give more responsibility because you're trusted. If you are trusted, great. You did wonderful, my darling. Now I can give you more management, more work, but at a higher level because you've earned it.
Right.
So it
Wow.
has to do with that Capricorn energy of your reputation has increased. And that may be a thing like a new promotion where you are finally seen with something that you're really good at. But it could also speak about relationships, and it all depends where Capricorn is in your personal chart. Um, I know that in this chart, where's Capricorn in the chart you're looking at, babe?
It's in 10th. This is a natural chart.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One
Yeah,
thing
it
I
would
was
it
thinking
would depend.
about, I'm sorry, sweetheart. One thing I was
Fine.
thinking about though was like Pluto, right? Pluto is right here, sitting at 3 degrees, 3 minutes of Aquarius. It's a very, very slow moving planet. And so let's start back here. 2008, right here. When Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008, most of us know 2008 was when the financial and housing markets crashed,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Capricorn's all about big business, big money, corporations, uh, banks, all that, all up in there, right? It sweep through, sweep through, sweep through, sweep through all the way to here, and then COVID. Boom, right about here. For those of you that don't know, it Saturn was like right here. So Pluto joined up with Pluto and Saturn ended up conjuncting each other. That's when we had the pandemic. It's moved. It's gradually moved. 2024, it peaked its head into Aquarius, went retrograded back, peaked again, retrograded back, peaked again, and it's back. And it's not going to go back into Capricorn. But I was thinking about the stories and all the big power that happened as Pluto was restructuring and unearthing all of the Ponzi schemes and all the bad stuff that was going on with the corporations. You saw like
Mm.
even like Bitcoin, all of the big money hierarchies, everybody's, trying to get as many possessions as they can, and then financial crisis. And that's where, as we go along, the standard people started to get kind of poorer and poorer. Inflation gets higher and higher.
Mm.
Corruption, you start to see the big corruption right here. That's where the eyes start opening. Well, this conjunction that we're having right now with the sun, Venus, the sun, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, them all compiled together hasn't happened in many years. Yes, every year the sun conjuncts the moon. However, it goes through retrograde and it doesn't always happen in Capricorn. For
Mm.
all of this stuff to be meeting, all of these personal planets to be meeting up here in Capricorn, I cannot help feel, and I'm being guided and told, that it's part of the collective unveiling of how the collective feels about all this Pluto and Capricorn shit that got revealed and that keeps being revealed through Aquarius, to the point where it's blatantly in our face. The powers that be are overextending their reach into grabbing different countries now. Venezuela, Greenland, this mess. You see this imperialistic leadership.
That's been a
happening.
discussion the past few days in this house.
It has. And if you take into account, like, I can't remember where it was at. Iran right now is, they've had their internet cut off.
Oh man, they just shut it down.
They shut it down, and the people are revolting. Remember what was that country? I almost said Peru, but that is not what I meant.
Right.
The one that overthrew their government thing. And
shoot, there were so many of them the past 3 or 4 years. Just,
but it's like,
I know which one you're talking about. Was it
my brain?
Is Taiwan? It Nepal?
I think it's Nepal.
Indonesia. But Taiwan. Yeah, it was Nepal. Nepal did it.
Yeah. And so, like, what we aren't seeing, and you got to realize, in this world of algorithms, we get fed typically what we lean on believing, or around what the people that we hang out with believe. Because what does your technology do? It listens to you. You have a thought, and do the powers that be, spying on thoughts, spying on conversations, all of a sudden it's advertisement. Like, I'm seeing all, if all of that you're seeing is one side of the story, of course you're going to believe it is fact.
Yeah.
If you see it as the other side, of course you're going to believe it is false. So literally, to be awake right now, I find to be such a comforting gift in a way, because I know that there is not there's a morally right side in my heart that tells me this is wrong, but to engage in that bickering, or that doom scrolling, that rage bait chat, to sit there and argue with somebody, that is such a waste. And that is exactly what is by design. It is by design to keep us at conflict rather than focus on the real things.
Today we had, the past 2 days was interesting, because even though it was passionate discourse, it was using different words to say the same thing. Different words say the same thing. As above, so below, as within, so without. There's several different ways you could say that. Lots of different ways. And we had a person in the house that had a different vocabulary, a different vernacular. And so when we were presenting our thoughts, it wasn't a debate, because in a debate, you're having a discourse back and forth between comparisons. It was weird, right? Because nobody was comparing anything. We were saying the same thing using different words.
Right.
And if we slowed down and gave each other respect, it was quite interesting, because it was peaceful, and to allow everyone to be right where they were. No fighting, hugs and kisses.
And it was about religion and beliefs and scripture and higher knowledge.
Yeah.
And things people usually get super heated about. And all of us had different things to say about it.
Yes.
And it was more like a knowledge sharing.
That's what I mean.
I'm not trying to discredit what you're saying.
No.
But here's how I see it. And you're like,
which was using different words to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. That's why I was like, they all say the same thing, just in different words.
Yeah. And our friend was like, I hear what you're saying, and you're right. It is the same thing. And then I'd go, and nobody wanted to hear about UFOs.
Oh, I must not have been in the room because I would have listened.
Iris listened.
Oh,
No,
good,
I'm
Iris.
kidding. It was using different vernacular through our own Aries Chiron, the very wounding of our youth to be classified or categorized by a religion or religious belief or just a belief. I'm just going to throw that out there. We were each able to stand on our own ground, to share with one another, to eat breakfast together or brunch, to make cookies together, to share the space and listen respectfully. Um, and if somebody made a weird face, I was the first one to be like, "Okay, we gotta stop now." But
You always
even
kept
then, they
making a
were like,
weird
"No,
face.
I don't need to. I'm just thinking." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Um, but you're absolutely right. There's not a whole lot of people that could do what we did today. We laid a hot topic, religion, and each of our chirons was standing in our own position.
Mhm.
And everybody was very quick to say, well, that's not the way I do it. But also at the same time, it was the way you do it, but I can hear how it's the same thing. That's how it went.
Yeah.
And um, it was cute. It was cute.
It was interesting.
It was.
There's so much talking though. I'm glad to have my computer back up and be able to talk to some of our friends here and kind of get back into that vibe.
I'm
Hi,
sorry. I
Les.
was just saying the Chiron Aries piece, if done with respect, that's all I'm saying. To pay
Oh yeah,
attention to the Libra piece on the
yeah,
opposing end. Hi,
yeah.
Candace. I love you. Hi, Lizzie. Lou.
And thank you,
Lozzie
babe.
Lou.
I appreciate it. I'm still moving slow. You see, I'm wearing sweatshirt bum stuff today because I've been just battling. It's the weirdest thing. It's like whole body ache. And when you get the flu, it's like a whole body, the whole body ache. But I'm glad and relieved I don't have the rest of it. Um, the brain fog has been there, which has definitely been probably annoying for M because I forget what I'm saying mid sentence about a lot lately. She's like, "And what were you saying?" And I was like, "I don't fucking remember." And then 5 minutes later, I'll remember suddenly and be like, "Hey, I got to say it real quick or I'll lose it
Up. Okay. Whatever you want, babe. Whatever you want.
again."
The
Oh,
South
but
Node Virgo piece as well, moving down into the first decan of Virgo. And work, of course, being more of a focus. Hope you guys are cleaning your houses better. I know this is the way it's done. Hello. um, but I think as it moves closer into, more in depth into that first decan, um, more skills. Don't be surprised. More Virgo skills may be coming out. Don't forget that Virgo is the king of puzzles. Puzzle pieces, putting them in a pattern, analyzing them, communicating and relaying a straighter story, more direct, more black and white. But I do agree with Heather that while Mercury is in Capricorn, keep it nice. No biting people's heads off at work, Candace. She's like, I can't promise nothing. I know her. She's like, I can't promise nothing.
oh, the moon's only at 6 Scorpio. So, um, man, okay. So I also just got like thrown back up to the Capricorn little stellium happening up there and the trine down to Uranus. Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
So the moon, so I just think psychic sensitivities are really hyped right now.
look at Candace's question.
Mm. Okay, so you girls mainly discuss Chiron and Aries in reference to the relation to Libra. Mm, anytime, I wouldn't promise that. Whatever you want, get it.
No, no, not really, because we're talking about the Capricorn energy. And notice where Cancer Jupiter is at 19 degrees and it's still in retrograde. It's going to go direct soon. And if you remember, it hung out over 22 degrees of Cancer, and nobody was having a good day. Nobody. So that whole energy all there up in Capricorn, if I were looking at tarot readings, I'd be looking at Capricorn. I'd be looking at Cancer, but more like Cancer was a part of the place that was being avoided a little bit, or interrupted, or like distracted. And I think Capricorn is the place of sort of putting the foot down and saying we're not gonna pretend like this isn't here anymore. We need to look at it today. So
Let's
Neptune's
remember.
direct. It went direct on the 2nd. We're feeling it now, which is normal with a generational planet. Usually takes 2 or 3 weeks. And Neptune is direct. There's nothing standing in Neptune's way anymore. There is a trine over to Lilith is that 29 degrees, Lilith? God bless us all.
It's 28, but yeah, if you're looking at Sabian's 29.
And don't forget, man, Lilith with Neptune. I think of Genie in the Smoke, or the
Think of
genie appears.
or or the spouse comes home and finds you in the bed, finds
That's
you're
not.
in the bed.
I mean, Lilith.
I'm not gonna lie, that's what I could definitely decipher out of that, where it's at.
The projection there, the projection point may not be what you thought it was. That's the whole point. I think there was something was it in Gemini? I saw over on my chart. Was it Priapus is still in Gemini? Yes, 24 degrees Priapus. So it's like pressing the point in Gemini. And I know Lilith wants the truth, whether anybody likes it or not, because it'll make you stronger. So if there is something hiding in the Gemini energy that Cancer has been like, oh, let's decorate cakes today, creating the distractions. And no, I believe it's time to look at it, and it's time to actually say why. Because I agree with Heather. Everybody can see that this is the case. So just say it. Just say it. Say it.
I have something to say. Y'all remember when we came into 2025, Venus and Mars both were in retrograde. Mars was in retrograde in Cancer. And I guess, well, yeah, because it went into Leo and then it backed back up and retrograded into Cancer, and it took fucking forever to get out of there. Mars does not care to necessarily be in Cancer. And so to me, this opposition is them revisiting the topics and the feelings about home, belief, moral compasses, upbringing, family dynamic. What's not working? What is working? But it's in the house of mommy down there at home. Right? So it's literally revisiting some of those themes with that opposition. and squaring it all to Chiron. Fuck, people
Mm.
are, excuse my F bombs, but I'm me. I do it. Sorry. But that square is just like that final break of I need to get this out.
Oh,
This is,
that's
I
bad.
think it's a lot of seeing things for what they really are at this point. Neptune doesn't have the rose colored glasses
That's
on
right.
anymore. It's not retrograde,
That's right.
you know, it is right there in your face and it's about to trip into Aries and to fire and be like, whoa, okay,
That's
whole
why
new
when you
world.
said that a little while ago, like it's been in front of your face.
Yeah, it's not new. It's been
It's
there the
not
whole
new at all. It's been there the whole time. The whole time that Neptune has been cruising through freaking Pisces since 2012. It's been there
yeah.
the whole time.
For
And
those who
I
have
think
not
that the
listened,
energy is saying, you've worked so hard to try to get rid of this, get better than this, grow up out of this, to, try. I tried so hard. And guess what? It's still here. Like, it would be
mhm,
like a welder, trying to cut something and you look down and it didn't make a mark. Titanium.
it's like it's Lincoln Park. I tried so hard, I got so far, but in the end, it didn't even
It
matter.
didn't even matter. Didn't even
Yeah,
matter.
Candace is up
So,
in there.
can you please now say it? Say it out loud for us,
Yes.
please.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's titanium, if it's grafted into the bone, what are you going to do? Nothing. You're not going to do anything. Just say it, own it, cry. I did. Ask her. I spent the past 3 days between crying profusely and then laughing profusely. And if it wasn't for her and my friend, I'd be in a deep, dark place right now. But nope, they kept me up, lifting me up, good times. But yeah, go
yeah,
cry about it, man.
yeah.
Can't.
Oh, I've had several tear fits over this past week, and a lot of it is just that since 2012. Like that Neptune sweep through. Yeah, it helped lend into my awakening. It definitely did. But all the things that I held and so hard for so long to defend ended up being nothing because it just disappeared. Neptune
Yeah.
just disappeared it, right? Um, I wanted to look at because Candace was talking about some of the energies that are going on, and
Mm-hmm.
she was talking about the Cap energy squared her Pluto IC at 19. Yeah, mine's on my DC, babe. I get it. Bless your heart on your eyes. See, I had a big blow up with my family on my mom's birthday on the 9th, and it was a
Mm.
mess. Shake my head, but I told them the rug's been pulled and I will no longer allow shit to be swept under a damn thing. Yep. And yes, it is. Thank you, babe. And you're right. That's what it is. I mean, there's an accountability factor that everybody's Pisces has been very fucking disillusioned about.
Professional.
And and
Professional disillusionment.
it, it is masterful, masterful.
Masterful.
Because even us that are
Deceitful.
wide awake had the rug pulled,
Oh my
and not
God.
only did the rug get pulled, but there was no why behind why the got fucking rug got pulled. However, it's pulled, deal with it, and
It's
well,
like,
what
where are
about
you
this, that,
going?
that, that? Like,
You
oh,
think
so
you're
your
free?
your
You ain't
compass is
free.
out of whack. People's compasses are out of whack, and you can't change that. All you can do is change how you, as a person, choose to respond or not respond.
I'm
Not
telling you,
respond.
I chose to take a few days to breathe it out till the 20th or the 21st. That's what I chose. I
Yeah.
chose Miriam, just don't do nothing. Wait till the 20th or the 21st and see what comes, because if I cry and then try to resolve myself to a determination today, I don't have all the pieces that this new moon is going to bring me. And February 17th is the solar eclipse, the total solar eclipse. It's going to be a strong one. So no, I don't have all the pieces to be able to become resolute, so I'll just stand by. That's what I chose.
Well,
And
that's
I'm just saying that's
smart.
also an option.
Yeah, I mean, it's a smart move. You said I didn't have my, calendar out,
I was
but
listening to Joni Mitchell. You were listening to Linkin Park, right? I
well,
was
no,
listening to Joni Mitchell.
no, just
I
what you
really
said.
don't know life at all.
It was parts of a song that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, Linkin Park.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
very
you think my
Capricorn.
stuff's so angry, but it's it's truthful.
I really
All
don't
right, so I was
know.
looking because that date you just said on you said it was a full moon?
Well, there's a new moon on the
New moon
15th and the
eclipse.
16th. It'll be late the 15th, very early coming through on the 16th. Um, so, but it's on the 20th and the 21st that whatever shows up on the new moon might actually come into being.
Oh, yeah. I
That's
think
my
it's gonna
translation of I'm just not, I don't have to make a decision today. That's the way I'm seeing it.
right?
I can wait a few days because me making a decision or not making a decision is not going to change the fact that, you know, my Capricorn thing is real. It's in the room. Yes, I've worked very hard trying to make a framework, trying to be responsible, you know, to commit myself and be dedicated to healing and yeah, really don't know life at all. You know, Joni Mitchell's. I just listened to Cynthia Erivo. I don't know if you guys listen to her, but I'm a romantic and I know this very well about myself. So I listen to Cynthia Erivo and I feel better about myself. Maybe that's just what you need to do.
Yeah. Listen to whatever makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Alright, I am almost there. So I was looking, what is it? The 19th of February, right after that eclipse is where,
Mhm.
looking if that's the right date, gotta be close enough, that Neptune and Saturn conjunct, uh oh, is it the 19th or the 20th? One of the 2, where Saturn and Neptune conjunct at 0 degrees Aries, that world point. So, these next couple months are gonna be
Sorry.
huge for the world, not just the United States, and what we've been talking about with this opposite, this reflection of Pisces through Neptune through Pisces. Um, for those of you who have not seen it and that are on the top tiers, either here or over on Patreon, M did a really beautiful heart raw. Let me just put raw recording on her venture of of Neptune through Pisces, and it's a lot of a lot of personal stuff about her. And for those of you who haven't seen it, to get a good revelation of how the conversation that we're having today, in the end, it didn't even matter. But it doesn't mean to give up. But there's going to be this new vision, and when I say new vision, it's something that you're already seeing.
He's
It's
right in front of
something
your
that
face.
you've already been feeling. You know it. That feeling isn't going away. And I would say that if you're in a place of dread or doom and gloom, remember how much a part of how you feel and think resonates into reality, right? So you don't want to manifest bad stuff by feeling by keeping all that fear factor stuff up, but like instead go into that new vision with this new moon coming up and start implementing it. You have the universe's blessing to go shoo shoo, get going now. You're way far behind if you're just now getting started, though. So you got to stay focused, is what I would say. What are your thoughts, babe?
Dude, I'm just waiting for transits to kind of move a little bit and see what comes. I swear to God,
Yeah.
because if I choose to lay around and cry and be alone and not watch Invasion on Apple TV, hello. I'm doing myself a disservice because more information, new concepts, different situations or offerings, or it is going to be like the Ace of Pentacles. You don't understand, guys. When these planets leave Capricorn, they're going to drop something that is of a pentacle. Pentacle. Be clapping my hands, but it's a microphone. It will be part of a pentacle, and it will all depend on what house in your chart Capricorn rules. If it's over your first house, well, guess what? Bitch, you gonna get some new clothes. Woo! You're gonna get a gym membership. Woo! Free, right? It's your first house. It's gonna be something with your head. You're gonna get glasses, get a haircut. I don't know, right? Capricorn in the second house. You know what you're gonna get? Another job. You're gonna get another job, baby. You're gonna get a big old house,
Or
a big old
promotion.
house payment. Maybe it's an opportunity to cut your credit cards down to 10% interest rate,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's evidently something that's good coming out of this ugly stuff.
Yes, because
But
I
good
don't
for the
think,
car insurance
look,
companies
this is
too.
what I think, okay? And I think Candace is with me. I think Jessica is with me. Lozzie Lou is with me. I think our friends are with us. And when I say that God will not hand you more than you can handle, I will say this from an astrology perspective if you like. Pisces is the space in between cells. It is the space in between me and my Coca-Cola. There's a space here. But this space can only be filled to the degree of this space, not beyond. My body, my mind, my heart, it has, right, space that can be filled, but not filled beyond that. And we talk about that in like psychological terms. It would be like this: my love gallons are 300-gallon tank, 500-gallon tank. And then I was working with a guy, and I swear to God, his gallons are like 5. He can't pour into me more than 5 gallons, right? But I can pour into him no more than 5 gallons. It'll overflow. That's a law, and that's kind of how Pisces works. There will be a space between me and something other, whatever. And guess what? The genie has arrived. She's at the 29th degree of Scorpio. Do not make any rash choices right now. It's just not a good call. Not by me. I wouldn't make rash choice right now. I'd be waiting for the moon in like a day and a half to hit Lilith, and I'd be like, all right, that's the first. I got a letter in the mail. That's nice. That's cool. I got a coupon, whatever the heck. But when the moon hits Pluto in Aquarius, and notice Pluto is finally and forever never going to be at the second degree of freaking Aquarius in our lifetimes. Hallelujah. All things being good. It's at 3 something.
It's
Trust
on
me,
my
I'm
moon.
praising the Lord right now. I do not want it to go retrograde anytime soon.
It's not gonna, at least for like 6 months.
The
But
moon, right?
it's
Huh?
on my moon. It's on my natal moon. It's on my natal moon, but like when you were talking about the drop in pentacles, and like earlier when I was sitting outside listening to some reels and stuff, and I thought, and like this came to me earlier today, actually, like wishes and wants and talking about dropped in. So when you were talking about that, in this particular deck, that one solid pentacle is her purse, right?
Yes.
And in this other deck, right there, if you get close, in that other moon, you can see that there's the 5-pointed star that's starting in there. It's like wishes and wants. Like I saw that. I had the visual representation of that when you were talking about it dropping pentacles.
I always see that that particular card, that particular tarot card. Her purse is darker than the balloon that she's kind of. So I'm always seeing it as that there's going, no matter what you make with this choice, all choices, there will be a dark principle and a light principle.
Yep.
And whatever choice that she's thinking about, notice her head is not looking at either one of them. They're looking away from that. So I always kind of wonder, is she needs to do a Virgo thing and make a list, write it out, and be like, pros, cons. I don't know. I'm a Virgo.
So the way that I look at that card is kind of like manifesting. So if you come from a place in that particular deck, it's like if you come from a place of abundance, I already have all of the abundance right here within me, within my purse. And then the other one is the balance of feeling
have
that
enough
and it being able to come in for more, the universe bringing in more, like the duality and how you
in your purse.
Law of attraction.
That's the thing, right? If you only limit it to your purse, then that's what'll be filled. And I'm sure you're like, well,
you can have a full purse and an empty heart.
Dollar bills.
Full purse, empty heart, sullen heart,
Yeah,
like
that is true.
You can have everything you need. You just got to go buy a bunch of friends and a love, I guess.
Oh God, can you imagine buying your friends? Trying to buy love?
Well, leading our
I have
country.
a story, but I don't think it's good for me to share it.
No, I was just sharing the obvious of our leadership right now in the country.
But I got some good stories.
Buying your love. Yeah, you always have good stories. Queen Candace. I need Saturn and Neptune out of my 8th house like yesteryear. Damn right. I bet you do. And then Jessica's Caps in 3rd house, you think? Queen Candace, your descendants to Aquarius. Our charts are like one dial turn different. So my Pluto Libra is on my descendant exact in my 7th. And my 2-degree Aquarius or my 3-degree Aquarius moon is on my final degree of my 10th house. So it's like one little digit away. 2 degrees Aquarius. Interesting. I bet she's ready. But I don't know. You've got Pluto going into your 7th. That's some big transformational relationship energy with a lot of power stuff, Miss Queen Candace. So, and I know you know your stuff, but just be careful of people trying to take your power from you.
Hi, Amber. There she is. Bring on the 26th. That's the second time you told me about that. I'm gonna plug in the 26th and see what you're saying. Because I was looking at the 20th and I was just like, is that the freedom bird? Amber's gonna let us know.
The 26th. I don't know.
We are done with 2025, y'all. I think that's just catching up to me. We are done with 2025. Ooh.
Well, then February the 19th, they're both in Aries. January 26th, Neptune finally moves into Aries. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, Amber.
I've got Amore plugged in. Ooh, I put in Kali this morning because Kali's at, what's it at today? 22 degrees. Yeah. Kali.
22, but you're not showing
Pisces.
the screen.
22 degrees of Pisces.
Oh, interesting.
I know.
My natal Kali is conjunct my MC.
I also plugged in the asteroid Meta and Messenger.
Those are good ones.
I know. Because I was like, what's everybody talking about? I want to know.
Being nosy, right? What was
I
it that I
know.
found the other day? Oh, there's an asteroid Anger. I didn't know if people knew that. Oh, I was looking at Psyche and Photographica
Oh,
yesterday,
yes.
and I realized that my Psyche and Photographica are at 11 and 13 Gemini, conjunct in my second
Mm,
house.
that's what I'm
I was like,
saying.
that makes a whole lot of sense. I looked up the Chandra symbol on on that, and I was just like, psh, mind blown.
I
It's
was
so
looking
funny.
up
I was like,
Amphitrite because that's another Piscean like asteroid.
yeah, yeah.
Talks about nymphs and um it is about love, but it's about the fantasy of love. I mean, there's more to it. It's just it can jump up and bite you. Yeah. Piscean Neptune qualities, elusive and imaginative qualities where we liked to be chased or pursued in romance, where we feel unworthy of others' affections, where we see ourselves vulnerable to others, shy of expression or troubles with expressing oneself, confusing, where we may confuse others or where others find one confusing. Yeah, that's Amphitrite, number 29. So you see how you can kind of get swept away. And Amphitrite right now is at 1 degree, 12 minutes of Sagittarius, but it's conjunct Lilith. They're only 4 minutes apart, so they're right on top of each other. Lilith and Amphitrite are like, and then Meta is less than a minute something away from those two. So Metatron is what I was thinking when I plugged in Meta. And I said, "Oh, okay. Metatron is gaining control of the Sagittarius cosmic. I sometimes even it's just basic faith, having faith, especially with Kali at 22 degrees. You have so many of like Pallas, of course, Saturn, you have Neptune, you have Uranus, you have even Pluto is still close enough. Priapus at 29 degrees of Gemini, Messenger at 28 degrees. They're all right there, close enough to be touching each other in within an orb of influence, stronger influence than usual. Mars, you know what I mean? So I'm like looking at it, going, okay, um, Metatron, taking control of something fantastical. I'm choosing to look at it like it's a good thing. Um, Neptune is at on the 26th, it'll be at 29 degrees, 59 minutes. That
Yeah,
is,
it's moving into
that's,
Aries that day. Yeah.
that's like the moment, right? A planet leaves a sign. That's the moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then within a month and a month and a pretty much a month.
And yeah, and then you have
3.5 weeks later, that's when
the
Saturn
total
moves into
solar
Aries.
eclipse. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know, I see Roger Rabbit's at the very end where it's black and white the whole time, and then they burst through the wall and it's all color, and they're like, "Shine, evil, shine,"
I
because
haven't seen
in a lot of ways, it's the end of an age, and you know, I'm not saying that lightly. There's a lot of archaeology that is pulling up to show markings of like 12,000 year, um,
yeah.
like we didn't know. And I'm like, well, you do now. What you gonna do with that dinosaur egg? Just saying.
I just see that amber, where they have the mosquito and the amber. of that guy's cane in Jurassic Park.
Look, Amba, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need correction. Because you and I have thought this thing all the way through to the end. You're one of the few people that I know have thought this from every different angle and ran that hoss all the way down to the end. We don't know what's on the other side of this system. That's number one. We don't know. My first thought is freedom. What's that look like? Where is that being done? There's a lot of stuff they didn't tell us, and a lot of stuff that was put in place at the very, very, very beginning of things. Very beginning. And the truth is, I'm not sure that an original intention is not also still their intention, if that makes sense. So,
right?
I guess you could say Mars in Capricorn, I chose to put my sword down and wait. Because we can clean. I mean, there was somebody that said it the other day that I was flipping through, and it's kind of like this. God gave man the earth, right? And that's the thing. God gave man the earth. Why would he pick him up and take him away from this place? We got to clean up what we broke. We got to get to work and clean up house. Take care of each other. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. And
my thought is it all leads to disclosure. We better be careful about how that leads to disclosure because it might be another psyop.
We don't know.
There's
It's
so
not
many
all
things.
hugs and kisses and joy on the other side of this thing. We don't know.
Yeah.
We truly don't know.
It's
So let everybody else run towards the door first, and let's just stand back here for a second. Let them go first. See what happens.
Yeah.
I have the truth and I don't like what I see, but did we break it or was it rigged? Girl, ain't that the question? Ain't that the question? Because in my mind, I was for several long years, I was thinking it's not fair. And surely there is enough respect where they see us as our own species with the right to exist. But that's not why we were created, was it? And then I stopped and I was like, everybody's like, yay. And I'm like, shh, shh, just sit down. Let's see what they have to say. Let's just see what they have to say. Now, I'm all about, Amba, me and you, about making humanity so spiritually strong that when we transition, we're not afraid. That's number one. The second thing is, I'm not sure if y'all know that by 2050 or 2060, they are working it out right now where they have the ability to heal human cells to the point where we become immortal. And some in this generation will not have to die, will not have to pass away. But wouldn't it be some bitches that if we did, there was no Bardo to go to because the guilt trip was not there? What guilt trip? Oh, don't you feel bad for doing that to so-and-so? No, I lived a life. I had a life experience.
I just had the
Right?
whole scene play out of the Indiana Jones where he crosses that bridge that's invisible, but it comes visible as he's crossing it to trust it to go into the tomb to look for the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
And
right.
then there's that old man in there and he's still alive, but he's like hundreds of years old, and oh goodness, that's creepy. But then,
Down, huh?
yeah,
Now, that would
dissolve.
be after everything, that would be my vision, to help others to awaken and become confident and strong enough to forgive themselves for anything and everything, so much so that if they transition in peace, rest in peace, so that as there's conversation going on the other side, they can look at it and be like, nah, that's a wrap. Thank you very much. Because it's only with our permission do we re-enter. You don't have my permission anymore. I want to go home. Send me to my home, my real home. At that point, I can see freedom. Yes, I would love to see that. I would love to see enough of us rebel against the spiritual system enough to do that. I would love that. I'd be like, heck yeah. We destroyed it from the inside out.
I think I did that before, and then I ended up stuck back for a really, really, really long time. And then I was like, yep, 1980. Put me in, coach. I'm going to be there for all that shit. To do exactly that. Turn around and try to help people get through it and be okay with who you are.
I'm well pissed. Let's be pissed together. Let's just do it.
Yeah,
I have the truth.
I find myself though too, like that being pissed about it. I find myself having to step back from that point as well, because it's being pissed about it, it doesn't solve anything. If anything,
they never showed us the contract, Amba. Dude, Heather and I have been having conversations about that. People who put you in contractual agreements that are full of assumption, and nobody is either abiding by the contract. No, they're just doing free willy-nilly whatever they want, right? When they signed it and they did it, that's number one. Number two, they're not reading the fine print, and they're just rushing in like an Aries energy, like, oh yeah, sure, I'll sign it. Heather was telling me about the cell phones on that one. Nobody reads the fine print, right? Or people who send you, like for me, it's people who send me money. I don't know these people from Adam, and they try to lock me in with their payment, assuming I sent you money, now you're mine. You don't get to control me, bitch. I built a system. If I did not create the contractual agreement, then I am not aware of what I am signing. So I'm the one that set up the system so that I can agree to this agreement. I'll send their money back. No, you don't get to lock me in like a slave. That's not it. That's not where it's at. So yeah, it's curious because the contractual thing, I have Scorpio over the second, and the moon is in Scorpio right now. And dude, I can get heated up about that business. Don't be making no assumptions about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, build the contract right, have authority behind that, kick ass if you need to. But a contract is a contract is a contract.
Yeah, you don't need
right. They didn't let us read a contract.
I think there's a lot of subversive methods in that. Like, like just be straight. Just be straight with it. And that's like with everything in the world.
I realize being pissed doesn't help. No. You're telling us that you care and it matters. If you were apathetic to it and you just didn't care, that is where I'd probably look at you and be like, you're a soulless bitch. But as long as you're angry, you're telling us how much you care. And for Heather and I, we're big enough for your anger, man.
Yeah.
And truthfully, we'll probably just join you.
Yeah. Realize being pissed doesn't help. However, I wish to change the system. I wish to speak to the controlling entities that determine to slave the system. Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely have words about that. And I'm just thinking about like just the action of being pissed right now too. Like I've caught myself oscillating. There's so many different reasons behind it. Like what's going on with the world, what's going on with the collective because of the lack of transparency and all of the secrets and all of the power, dynamics. Trust my Aquarius moon rages. Why do y'all think you randomly see me post Rage Against the Machine or Pantera or, some kind of like raging, political activist type vibe? That's because like I think that the people's souls are so much more important, and that
There's
bickering and
only
back and
been
forth.
one person in my travels that I've ever met that actually had the entire encyclopedia of the American government law. Like, it was crazy. They were like blue books. They were all up in his kitchen, right? And went up there for a visit, and the dude was like, "Hey, my name's so and so, and let me show you this because nobody reads the actual definitions of American law." Okay. He pulls these books off the table. He opens it up to the definition, the government's definition of marriage. And when he opened it up and he read it to me, the definition was archaic. It was archaic. It had absolutely nothing to do, I guess, with two people joining together and saying, "Hey, we're going to share resources and file taxes together." No, it had more to do with the race system that was in place and the illegal ways that two people could not marry and love each other if they were of a different race. And I don't know if the definition of that has changed or not, but when I read it, I was like, wait a minute. They got us signing marriage certificates. And he's like, nobody reads the law. And I went,
Yeah. I mean, hell,
okay.
even South Park, like that thing you just mentioned, Heather was like I was telling you about the terms of condition. You agree to be spied on your phone when you set up your Apple phone. You're like, you scroll through all those terms and conditions, any single app, anything you're putting on your phone. When you agree to the terms to install the app, it is notorious that so much so that even South Park made an episode about it years ago
Years ago.
about not reading the terms and conditions, like, but yeah, you're basically, your camera can activate at any point and record and start recording stuff in the back end. You're agreeing to allow camera access, all your contacts, all your emails, everything. You do that once you agree to use a smartphone, basically. you know
I'm going
and
Armstrong.
there's so much that's right hidden in plain sight, but
It's like
yeah,
right there in front of everybody's face. Hey,
it
guess
always is.
what?
It's just like, okay, people, I know you all have seen the reels where they're talking like the Simpsons, right? Where Simpsons do these predictions, right? South Park does these predictions. They show us things in plain sight. That way we can't later say we didn't know, because the theme was already out there. You didn't, oh, you didn't know, so blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. Oh, you agreed to this term. No, I never agreed to this shit. Yeah, you did.
Yep. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Like,
You
nobody
just,
thinks I'm filling out a government form right now. They think I'm woohoo, I'm getting married. They don't think that form has a definition and has laws that go with it. And they sign and shit. And she's right. We just like, okay, I'm getting married. No, you just signed a lawful a document. They do it also with like our social security cards. They just hand them out. No, those cards come with rules. Like, rules. Here, I'm pulling up the glossary. Don't think I'm not, because I'm going to Armstrong and being like, get to work. Use this link and find me the American legal, lawful definition of marriage in the United States. Watch. I'm gonna get it. Oh, wait, he's like, you forgot the link. I'm like, I surely did. There you go. Oh, man. I read this and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. We don't know. We just don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Y'all need to know that. I'm not an American legal lawyer. So this is just for entertainment purposes only, but it sure does make a point. Here, I'm still looking because Armstrong's having a hard time. I would learn this stuff just so I could educate the people. You know what I mean? I spent the majority of my life not knowing my rights.
And yeah, I remember you told me that when we first started talking, you were like, I don't, I don't know my rights in this situation. And I guess since I'm such an independent, I don't know, like a rebel, just the way my chart's built, my chart's built to question authority. Yes. And to question accuracy. So I'm one real quick, like I know my rights. I know my rights, and I know that you're infringing on them. And yeah.
But I thought you liked garlic.
I fucking love garlic. You have the right not to smell my breath. Because I love garlic.
Federal recognition depends on place of celebration, not where the couple currently lives. Did you know that?
Repeat that?
Federal recognition of a marriage, depends on place of celebration, not where the couple currently lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting, because
you celebrate in the Bahamas? What's going on there?
That's interesting because like if you're on maritime law, it's maritime law. You're on a cruise ship, get married, celebrate it, get back home to the land and say, null and void, bitches. I'm just kidding.
Well, dude,
I laugh and giggle about that because I actually my marriage, my first marriage was like that. Like I got married in a different state. So like, you mean to tell me this whole time? AI is full of shit half the time, though, Miriam.
No. I pulled up the link for him to go through, and he's pulling up the rules, and he's pulling up all this stuff. I like how they say when determining whether a marriage is valid, only the law of the jurisdiction where the marriage was entered into may be considered, which is the place of celebration, people. Historical note, pre-2022 DOMA definition. I don't know what that is. Only a legal union between one man and one woman as husband and wife, right? This language was removed by the Respect for Marriage Act in 2022. And apparently the Respect for Marriage Act says no union is more profound than marriage. Profundity. Have you guys ever heard that word? I was in profundity. Why? That's weird. I don't see a whole lot of married people being in profundity.
Profundant annoyance. Profundantly annoyed.
Profundantly. Right? Says now, okay, the same-sex stuff, I'm glad that it's working itself out. You know what I mean? I'm glad that it's working itself out. Here, I'm looking at this. Current federal definition post 2022. A person is considered married for federal purposes. Federal. The marriage is between two individuals, and the marriage is valid in the state where it was entered into. Or if entered outside any state, it is valid where celebrated and could have been entered into a state. Could? Really? Dude, I think it's
really cute that like you were in like a romantic, like listening. You're always listening to love songs.
No, and stuff, you know what it is?
You were in a lovey-dovey mood, and all day long, like I've been getting hit with Juno. I've been
This
getting
is
hit
what
with
I've
Juno.
discovered about lovey-dovey. I have discovered that I am filled with my own energy of lovey-dovey. So anytime I feel like being in love, I can play some lovely music, dance around the house, and feel as in love as I want to be, because I am the one holding that in love feeling. You want to share it with me? I don't know how much of it you could share because it's inside of me. I'm sure the expressions on my face could help motivate you, inspire you to join me to dance in the kitchen. But you will have your own lovey-dovey feelings as we do that together. So
Well,
let's say that you're with somebody and you're dancing and your lovey-dovey is at like 87%, right? Because you kind of have to pee. And the other person's lovey-dovey is at like 67 because they're only worried if people are looking at us and not really looking at you. Neither one of you are not at an equilibrium state of Libra connection at all. Now, I'm making my points here, lady, because I'm saying, me looking at, look, you're going to love this. As an Aquarius moon, you're going to love this. This is for federal purposes. Federal. This is for taxable income.
I know. And I was
None of it.
saying,
When did we say that was necessary for us as individuals? Do you see what I mean? We allow the state to give us a belief about
Candace, you ain't lying.
what? No, I'm very pissed about this. Where's Candace?
No, I was trying to talk and I'm trying to tell you something and you're trying to plead a case. I am not arguing with you in one bit. What I was going to say is I find it interesting, the topic that you're digging in Armstrong for right now with our astrological transits all day long. I've had Juno and Jupiter in my fucking head, nonstop downloads about Juno and fucking Jupiter. We look at the charts. There's a Kazemi with Venus, Mars, and the fucking sun in Capricorn. Literally, you're here in Armstrong looking up the technical definition of that. I am sitting here thinking to myself, that's just for fucking tax purposes. But hey, Trump wants to do away with the tax purposes anyway. So what's going to happen after we had our 2025 Venus and Mars retrograde through Jupiter? Now we're opposing it. He's going to lift that and look at how many marriages fucking dissolve. Bloop. Watch it. I'm calling it. Quote me. Tag pin.
Because the definition of marriage is for federal.
Well, there's about to not be that happening anymore. I've been saying this for years. Oh my goodness. And we're here.
This is my next step. Like, can we all go to, Montana or something and just all the awaken. We've talked about that. All the women go to Montana. And then we'll put up a big wall.
What was that? 1923 dude. That 1923 dude, if he's in Yellowstone, let's go. I'll go not marry him.
For purposes of this subsection of determining whether a marriage is valid. Yeah, it's only for taxable purposes. It's not for any other. You don't get to tell me if I'm married or not. How about that?
That's funny.
It's kind of a big deal. No? We have Pluto in Libra, our generation. So yeah, it's a big deal for me. Especially me.
Yeah. For you. My Libra rising, Libra moon.
Our friend there was asking us, I said, you don't understand, man. You keep talking about Apaches and Comanches and how masculine and manly they were. Women chose. Okay. And at any time she could pull a divorce and just kick the dude out in front of the whole community. We saw she just kicked you out of the tent. Move along, citizen. Get on.
Look at what Candace wrote. I'm just cracking up over here. Girl, you're fucking cracking me up. That ain't no
Oh,
lie.
that's what I'm saying right there.
We all need that
Priapus, right?
Priapus.
Like I checked out the Priapus factor was not there. Right? Just about to go into an appointment. Love you. Love you too.
Oh,
Yes, Amber needs
bye,
love.
Amber.
I think, some girls in the kitchen with some flowers and some music and just we can dance just as good and feel the love.
When things get right, when things get right, I think it would be a cool thing to have like a retreat, a week-long retreat
Yeah.
here at the house. Like be able to go down on the water. If we want to go to the lake, go to the
Yeah.
lake. It gets hot down here, but
You
it would
time
be
it and it'd
a
be
great
cool.
time, and just talk all the things, all the
All the
things.
things. Yeah. Sit around in the backyard and after we finish it, put up a fire pit and yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we've been on for a minute. Retreat, yes. I say I have toys for that.
I was responding to Candace's comment.
She's still playing that game from last night, man. Do you know how many cards she had? You don't want to know. Man.
When you get the card, it's because you guessed right. And I had 23. I had
23 of them
23
cards.
of them.
And
I
all
was
I kept
guessing
thinking was
shit
she's
that
never done charades and she was brave enough to try.
I
And that's
did.
pretty cool.
It was horrific, but I was comfortable. I was comfortable. I didn't care.
That was true. I was very proud.
My
Very
thought on
proud.
that, Candace, is I'm not getting any anyways, and you know what? I don't want all the problems that come along with it, so I'll take care of mine.
Ay, ay, ay,
I'm good,
yeah.
thank you. I'm cool being I'm cool being
Híjola.
happy and not
Come
having
on.
anybody to have to worry about their
You know what I tried doing the other day
feelings.
because of that very thing that she's talking about? We went into this really cool Mexican pottery store place that had original done ceramic pots from Mexico and original art and stuff. And I'm in the back corner, right? And I find some like abuelita little dresses that you can just slip on. And I put it on and I come walking out. I'm like, you like what I found, You know what? She's looking at me like, take it off. I'm
She
going,
like it aged her 40 years, and like she's gonna
yeah,
try to hand me handmade
thinking,
tortillas off of the dirt streets in Mexico. I was
I'm an
like, "Baby, no, it is
alterations
not a
lady.
flattering."
God.
It was not even flattering, but I get it. I get it. You were trying to get the culture, like, I get it. I was like, "Don't do that. Don't."
Take it off. I'm like, what?
Right? That's why too, be avoiding the
Yeah,
bullshit.
it's like my dream, right? Where you just wake
Yeah.
up in the morning and throw on a comfy dress and walk around all day. That's great. That's great. That's
I'm
great.
enjoying the smiles. I have kind of some tears of happiness right now.
Well, that's good. Your Capricorn Venus stuff in your chart. That's good.
Yeah, my
Well
MC's
done.
in Capricorn, so it is. It
Mm.
is. Yeah, but we've
Capricorn,
been going for
the new
go for it.
moon is coming on the 15th, y'all. And that's
28.
usually a new start, which means right now we're in the last 3 days of finishing and, discharging. And I bet you that moon in Scorpio is going to be helping a lot out with that, of letting something purge and getting it out to prepare for the new moon. I don't know. I'm just saying. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just call us and we'll say, you ain't got to do nothing today. Let's just Have
I
that
guess that's what our
chocolate mousse
people
pie
said
that
too.
Sam got us.
We're here to offer free readings for our patrons, and they're just like, "We're here. We love you. Hi. You did not making us work. It's appreciated." But we will be doing some work tomorrow. Like I said, we got
For the
Scorpio
patrons
through.
and the members, we'll be finishing Scorpio through Pisces. I also am ready to record 3 of the tarot classes now that the presentations are in place. And then this next week starts the fun part of the tarot classes, which you'll be able to purchase on the Patreon channel unless you're at the top tier. And then you guys on the members and the patrons get them tarot courses for free because we love you very much.
Now Candace wants a reading. Is it too late? No, babe. What do
No.
you need? How about
What
we
you
both pound
mean?
it out for her? You've been our company with us through this chat here today.
Yeah, right.
What you need, Miss Queen Candace? What you need? What you need?
I'm gonna take it
We
out
got
too.
we get oh baby
Wicka,
you. She's
wicka.
got some Bismarcky.
I've
You
never been
got
that
what
song.
I need.
Man, federal. I'm still on that, man. Federal.
You do see the relationships, all the marriages dissolving, right?
They do not determine the state of my inner being. Period.
That's a contract. It's a
That's
contract.
it. Like, let it go, let it go. My ex called the other day. I haven't talked to him all year. What he want? Because he blocked. He's the Aries, right? He's the Aries guy.
So when you say all year, remember back to this story I was telling about Venus and Mars retrograde. Was that around the time at the very beginning of the new year last year? Is that when you stopped talking to him? Good. US as well, babe. Was it like the beginning of the year that you quit talking to him? Because right now is the story is that Capricorn story. That's you? You're an Aries rising, Leo sun, Libra moon? Or that's him? What does Queen Candace's ex want? Because he's blocked. What's he want? 8 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse, the Tower card. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just seeing reflection like a mirror. Mm. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Girl, he just wanted attention. I mean, I think he was hoping to extend a little bit of an olive branch, but I think it was more of a spontaneous thing. Sorry, you're over here. I got the Tower card, but it rolled out like this. We got the 8 of Pentacles reversed, 5 of Cups reversed. I showed you the Tower card. Got the 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords in reverse, and the 7 of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers card in reverse. So that makes sense because I was getting reflection, like reflecting back on, some things that I broke. Trying to hopefully get a little bit of an offering, offer a gesture of I haven't said like, when people say been there, done that, got the t-shirt, it's like like it's like a little bit of generosity of it, like, okay, well, I'm wondering if she's willing to take what I'm throwing down yet, kind of like seeing things in a regretful manner a bit, but there's facetiousness behind it. But it looks, to me, it feels like it's a bit of a curiosity, little poking around. Returning to the scene of the crime is one I'm seeing very much so with these two cards together. Um, Limerence, the word limerence just came to mind. He was just thinking about you and made a sudden decision. He knows, it's that the effort isn't really there and that nothing's going to come from it probably. But
You know
that's
what I've
funny.
got, Candace?
That's what I see.
I've got a human being that he doesn't really know how he feels and wants help. It would be like, I need help defining the feeling, because if she gave me hope, then I would know where I stand with my feelings. Does that make sense? Because to me, it looks like someone who is feeling as if, the love and the attention that you gave to this person made him feel much better. Like when you were around with this person, but the way that you spoke to him, it's sort of like all that doesn't mean that it's a marriage, or a relationship or a commitment. If it's a mother and mothering energy that's been given, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You guys are supposed to be lovers. Lovers. Anyway, he doesn't know how to make it work because he doesn't have instruction. He's, to me, looking at it, I've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse with the Three of Swords in the upright. So was he, sleepy, tired? He had a desire, but to me, I don't think he knew how to carve it out.
Ooh.
It's it's not a very well developed emotional thing. And his imagination is negative. That's what I'm catching. Look what's in the challenge position there. The Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. He doesn't know how to give.
Yeah, it's true. I got the Page of Pentacles reversed for that Eight of Pentacles in
Yeah,
reverse.
I had it start now.
Don't know how. And then, as you can see, just if you look up here, girl, I don't have to speak out loud about it. But I got the Two of Cups reversed. I got for the Tower, I got the Seven of Wands. For that Six of Pentacles, I got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And for the Seven of Swords reversed, I got the Two of Swords reversed, with the underside of the deck being the High Priestess. This is ego, because right below that High Priestess, we've got the Pluto card, the Death card, with the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like my curiosity, Gemini in reverse. When I was looking through the Magician in reverse came up as the bottom of the deck for one of the cards, but it was like, I want to try to keep you as a back burner option. Has enough time passed? Does she still hate me? Can I maybe just give a little bit of extend a little bit of an olive branch and see if she bites? Because I'd like another try at it, but it's just like it's bait. It's clickbait. Are you going to fall for it?
It's
Are you going to
clickbait
let me crumb
where
you?
he wants you to tell him what he needs to say or what he needs to do, because he does not know how he feels. Look at this. This is how he feels. Like, he doesn't know which way to be determined to go forward. There's fear there. Yes, but it's also fear because he does not know. This man, he does not know how to be in relationship to others, relationship to himself, maybe. Like this dude, I don't know why he's not calling me back.
Yeah.
Do you speak
Candace,
the English?
Candace says, oh, okay. Well, Heather thinks I can relate. I was hoping he'd had a spiritual awakening. Shit, I wish the same for mine every day, babe. I get it. Yeah, I was his Queen of Cups, but he had a Queen of Pentacles. Yep, that's what happens when you
Plus.
choose greed. Greed and competition over actual love is always a regret. I don't want to give him the blueprint so he can fake a future. I bet, Heather, funny enough, his Jupiter is conjunct my Juno in the 12th house. Believe you, M, because he was locked up for quite a while. So that 12th house, Jupiter Juno, does have a spiritual aspect, but it also speaks to the locked up aspect. It speaks to the hidden aspect. And let me just tell you, it also speaks to that which gets dissolved. You know, um, it's like, hey, how you doing? Are you interested? Can I? Can I? Can I get a little attention? It's like that. And I get that of wanting to wonder. You're wondering if he's had a spiritual awakening. The cards, the way that it rolled out, didn't look like it. I mean, there was a tower moment. Maybe he had, maybe he had a wake up call from another woman, and or something in his life that made him go, let me try to see if I can rehash that. But Miriam's right. There's no, I don't know how. And she was saying what he needs to, he wants to know what he's supposed to say. No, it's also very much like was seeing so much of the ego in there. It's like he is hoping that you will say what it is that he wants to hear.
Yeah. So that he can know which direction to go in with his feelings. Like
Secret affairs.
if you give
You're right.
me a yes, then my emotions will be on board. It's like that. I don't know where to put my emotions. I don't know where to put my emotions. Tell me where to put my emotions and what they should be, and I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
sounds insane, it usually is.
Yeah, and it is secret affairs and things that dissolve or end up being a ghost situation. In numerology, he just came out of a personal 7 year, so I thought a spiritual awakening was possible. Um, hopefully, hopefully, you
Not
don't
from what
know.
I saw.
I mean, you could. So here's the thing. In another way that I'm getting it, because the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck was reversed. Um, it's almost like he
Girl.
knows he knows the way that it went before he did you wrong, and that you have every right to block him. But he also is coming out with it. When I say ego and breadcrumbing, there is also a trepidation. It's like he knows that you're too good for him, kind of way that it was coming, the way that the cards were coming out. It was like, man, I know she's too good to me. So there is a self-worth thing involved in that ego, the way that it rolled out. Um, Know what she's supposed to do with that, Em? She
No,
says.
I'll explain, but I wanted to wait for you to finish.
Go for it.
I shall explain this to you, my friend. Let's say you're a teacher and you're in the classroom and you're putting, the children's stuff up on the wall and they're in recess. And the student in third grade who has fallen in love with the teacher because he's in third grade and it's cute and everything else. But while he was out on the recess in the playground, maybe he did something, he broke something. Let's just say he broke something. He would be tiptoeing towards the door to be looking at the teacher, to be seeing what mood she's in, to know, you know, I'm going to tell her I'm in trouble, but based off of the teacher's reaction, then I'll know whether or not I'm okay. What are you supposed to do with that? Girl, I don't know. You decide what you want to do with that. You don't have to do nothing with that. But it's sort of like, I know I broke the pencil, but I'm going to wait to see whether I'm in trouble or not. It's not like a grown man that says, oh,
It's
hey, I
okay to
broke a
say.
pencil.
It is. It's
Because
like
the
Mark.
child does
Yeah.
not know the value of a pencil,
Right. Right.
period. Because if he knew the value of a pencil comparatively, a grown man would just see it as a pencil and be like, oh, hey, I broke your pencil by accident. You know what the teacher would say? Great. Yeah, I can, you know, just sharpen it up and it'll be another pencil. Maybe it'll be two. But the child doesn't know the value of anything in the room. Therefore, you see what I mean? He doesn't know the level to which your emotions will be, but just the point of not owning it and
Yeah.
not saying, hey, I got a nail in the tire and oops, I don't know how that happened. I guess I got to change a tire. It's real simple. You take ownership and then you move on.
Yeah.
Take
It's
ownership
so
of what happened.
frustrating. It's
Move
so
on.
frustrating though, because she's talking about a 12th house matter, which definitely goes into past lives and
Orphans,
that kind of stuff. And it reminds
hospitals.
me.
They didn't know how much your rag cost dipping in
It
the
reminds
pan.
me, like, there's somebody that I have a dynamic with that, like, their named asteroid, first and last name together, is in my 12th house, and I care about this person very deeply, and similar thing, like, I don't know your situation, Queen Candace, but I have like, the contact isn't there. When it is, it's few but far between and vague. You know, I know the feelings are reciprocal on both sides, but there's certain things that when they happen in the 12th house, it's so frustrating because you just don't know. But it's like when it comes to those things, my thought is a rational adult, if they have made some mistakes and they've been working on themselves and they've been working on their karmic things, and if you two have a karmic tie and that karmic tie is in the 12th house, then I worry about the karma that it carries into the next life, right? So if you're pulling something forward from an evolutionary standpoint from a past life with somebody, and then you have to relive it during this life. And one person feels like they've done everything that they can do. They've been patient. You said it in the chat. You've been humble. You love them, but yeah, you are too good for them, right? And yeah, it's one of those things where you would hope. And I got to the point to where I do the same thing. Like I try to be humble about it. I try not to be resentful. I try my best to do these things, but you can't live in that 12th house Piscean vibe that's like you know, the wishes and wants. I wish and I would hope and I would all of these things. Sometimes you really just have to take things for face value of what they are. If somebody has really evolved and changed and made these leaps that they know that you want them to make, then they wouldn't be like, hey, do you still like me? Yes or no?
It just begs the question of
You
being in a
know, like,
relationship with someone and saying, I feel like I'm with a child. I
yeah,
don't feel like a woman anymore. I feel like a mother or a babysitter or,
a
you know, a
roommate.
caretaker. I feel like the rules have changed and nobody told me. I
I
feel
didn't
like
sign that
somebody moved the
contract.
goalposts and nobody told me. I feel like not only am I not heard, I'm invisible.
Yeah,
That's
12th
12th
house.
house.
Yeah. Yeah, not only am I heard, not, and I didn't sign on for this. I didn't agree to this.
I mean, I have years to live too, right?
Right.
And I want my years to be full of joy, happiness, and friendship, laughter, hanging out with Heather. She's going with me everywhere, and friends. And if there is more to that, then I've never seen, you know, where it's Heather and I talk about this, how this next Pluto in Aquarius stage, because it is opposing Leo energy. The fact that the relearning of our self-care has been a thing for a very long time. But there does come a point when you've cleaned up a lot of karmic issues and now you know how to process shadow well, and now you know how to look at your family line and continue the responsibilities of being spiritually awakened. But with Pluto opposing Leo, yeah, this is going to be the next question. How do you have a romantic relationship after you're awake? It will be a topic. How do you have this? And the confusion that we all have, because none of us want to join in another person's karmic state without knowing the contract.
That's right.
We want to
It's
know
back
what we're
to that
signing up
contract.
for, because we've had to do enough work already. Thank you very much. And it is
Yeah.
true. She is right. It's not a fair catch for someone to just walk in and be like, "Oh, I'm so in love with you." And you're looking at them like, "You're not on my level. Get out."
Right.
Because I don't want to codependently join with you and then work on your shit more than mine.
I've learned that lesson twice. It was disguised last time because it was a 12th house relationship. So, but yeah, Jessica says that's me with a sad roommate. I refuse to commit further. Oh, and something you said, Queen Candace, you were talking about how you guys have the Jupiter Juno connection in the 12th house, babe. One of the parts that most people don't remember about Juno is she's the all too faithful and loyal wife that stays way fucking longer than she ever fucking should,
Oh, yeah. That's harrowing.
because
She stayed with
Jupiter is
Jupiter.
a scoundrel. He's a philanderer, you know?
Zeus is a philanderer.
Yeah.
And what did she do? She took it out on
But
the
he keeps the good
mistresses.
thing.
She would do the bad things
The
with the
jealous shit.
offspring, and like it was the offspring's fault, and sometimes even the mistress's fault. You're dealing with Zeus. He has full authority to pick and choose, and he just come back home to Hera. I'm sorry. You know, at some point it's just not fun or funny anymore. And at some
I agree
point
with
at
that.
our age, with our generation, I go, you know, this is time. We're dealing with Capricorn. We're dealing with time that cannot be taken back. And you don't want to feel like your time has been wasted, or that your time and your effort, because your original intention, the assumption of the contract in your head, was we're going to have a relationship. Except nobody defines it except the people that go to marriage counseling. And even then, it's not guaranteed that you're both on the same page, and the intention will have endurance. The intention may only have endurance until the first kid shows up, right? The
Mhm.
intention may only have endurance until the first bill arrives. And then all of a sudden we're fighting on different turfs, looking different ways. So it's sort of like, if the person is not awake, I would start with that.
That's
Willing
got to be
to
number
go
one.
through a period of bonding before we bring chemicals into it. I need to sit in your presence and bond. I need to know the quality of your awakenedness. Because what if it's fake? What if it's
Yep.
only half done? Not even.
Yeah.
And I've talked with Heather about this. It's a Virgoan thing to have rank, earned rank on your pinned on your collar. You
Yeah.
must earn. And we have worked very hard. I ain't gonna have nobody come up in anywhere thinking that they are something more to me than Heather. No.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
You can't come in here and hang out with Heather. I see how it's going to be. Because right there's a struggle. Ain't my struggle. I love Heather. Whose struggle is it? You know what I mean? This person got to get along with my people. They got to understand my people. They got to listen to my people. I listen to my people. So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? How is Heather and I going to present this information for the whole time that Pisces or that Pluto is opposite Leo? We're going to have to talk about romantic relationships, which means we're going to have to talk about the 8th house. We're going to have to talk about the 2nd house, the 5th house, and the 8th house. And guess what? The 8th house is where karma resides. And if you go playing kissy face, let me suck your face off, you just turned saliva into joint something that is now unknown. And you are sharing.
Yeah.
You're already sharing fluid. You don't know what's in that fluid mixing in your mouth. So we're going to have to take a step back. Heather and I are like, we're the lucky ones. We know how to read charts. Give me that dude's info, right? Heather wants to protect me as much as I want to protect her. Oh, don't you know she'll be in that other room? Felicia will be doing it too, looking at it like Miriam. Heather would be like Miriam. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm humble enough to stand down from this. Say I'll pass.
Yeah.
Because it's too much work. We've come on now. It's too much work.
I'm convinced that, you hit your mid 40s, and once you hit the mid 40s, you're just kind of like, I'm kind of okay being alone.
I like it quiet. It's kind of nice.
I do. I like no eggshells and no expectation, unrealistic expectations, no reciprocal actions. I'm okay. I'm okay. So there's no quickness to jump into anything,
No
like,
disappointment in the idea of like, yay, we're going to go watch fireworks. And then, oh man, yay, we're going to go do some, oh man.
yeah.
This up and down thing.
Yeah.
Or staying low. Hi, Brandon.
Yeah, we had Brandon pop in, and I saw Lozzie Lou was asking if we would do a question for her.
Oh, she got a question?
And I don't know if Lozzie's one of our I don't think Lozzie's one of our patrons, though.
Lozzie Lou, what's your email?
What's your real name?
What's your real name, Lozzie Lou? What's your real name?
Masks off in this room.
I think it would be cool to have a retreat, right? You have a retreat and all of us come together, as many as can come, like for the first one. And we all hang out in presence with one another because our auras will be mixing as we stand next to each other. And to have that moment of just hanging out with friends. And then if there are questions of attraction, playing it safe, let's wait till the next retreat to stand next to each other. Or let's just wait for a few more months to stand next to each other again and make sure. And let the friendship build and the interests build. Because you could have someone that says, oh, I love racing the car races. And so, oh, yeah, I love that. But then you get there and you go, oh, that's right. I'm an empath. I didn't know this about myself yet. And it's way too loud. And I know that you spent all this money on the tickets, but I really need to go. Can we go now, please? I didn't have a good time because I was waiting in the parking lot and but it's something I didn't know about myself, that I can't do this anymore because I've been changed.
Right.
Like, bro, you didn't know you didn't like loud things anymore? You see what I mean? To be with someone who knows themselves very well. And then to be next to someone who knows themselves very well and is not selfish. How tough is that? No, I'm not selfish. I will think about you. Would you like a drink as well? I'm never going to do anything again unless there is not just reciprocity, but kindness and polite etiquette and hospitality.
Mhm.
I appreciate the hospitality part. Let
Yeah.
me help you get your coat off. Thank you.
The pressure, I've kind of thought a little bit about that. Was like, there's so many times in relationships where I put so much pressure on myself out of that expectation and stuff, that pressure, if somebody really is at the same level that you're at, they're not going to put that kind of pressure on you. If you all of a sudden have a bit of a freak out episode and your auditory senses are having some problems because all of a sudden now you can't go physically be at the NASCAR race,
But they're
or
paying attention to your face.
that they actually care. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Attention.
All right, babe, let's go out to the parking lot and tailgate.
Ooh.
That's, like, I think that, I'd love to see more men like just step up and like, oh, like not just
Fluidity.
more men or more women step up and own their
I
own
want to be
accountability.
treated like a woman that you honor, respect, and adore. True? Yes, we all want that. But my way. You better look at my Venus, bitch, before you show up. Because Heather's Venus is different than my Venus. Heather's Venus, well, I don't know. Cancers and Leos. Yeah, I could see that. It has to do with feeling. But let's say you have a Cancer and you're using all the sweet words. Sure, but don't lie. You better not lie. Cancer will punch you in the nose. She has a Cancer Venus. I have a Leo Venus. I don't care if you lie as long as they're good lies.
See,
Go
and I could
on.
never, no, and see, I
Tell
could
me.
never, no, that's so different for me.
It's like,
So
I'll know the
my
right ones.
intuition is like and I mean, Leo has fire intuition and Venus has fire intuition
Let
in
me put it
Leo.
to you like this. The Venus Cancer, if you tell them the sweet things, they want to hear it. They want it to be truthful. A Leo fire Venus, they'll hear the lies and it'll turn into flirting. And it'll be like, oh, really? And now we have smiling. Now we have laughing. Now we have chasing each other around the house. Thus, the bending the rules a little bit. Not full out, I'm lying because I'm cheating on you. Not all lies are like that. Sometimes the lies are, I brought you a gift. Oh, did you? What kind of gift? And now you're teasing each other because fire signs tease and they play and they're supposed to. And so get two Venus Sag people together, you'll see what I mean. They're boisterous, they're loud with their love, they're high as a kite with their love, as it should be. Authenticity, but you must know yourself. Am I wrong about the Venus Cancer? You want
No.
squishy. I mean, it's kind of like Cancer, right? They're hoes, they're hoe bags. They just are because they're built to make babies. The entire thing is about creation.
Mhm.
And if the love is right for my friend Heather, then she'll wake up in the morning so refreshed that she'll feel like painting. And it'll bring out the best parts of her. I'm not wrong.
We're not a hoe bag, thanks.
It's okay, 26 cards on the over the line game.
Okay, so maybe I'm a maybe that's the past, Hobag Heather. No, I'm just kidding.
That was yesterday. That's not today.
Looks like a witch.
Damn, girl. Hey.
Hey, I was young. I have it's I'm experienced. Let's put it that way. I'm experienced. It doesn't mean that there's a whole lot of them.
I
got
say
good experience.
that we come on in and we start talking about the Venus energies to our people so they know their own Venus, like, and what it looks like at a high vibe energy. And because men, their charts are the way that you love a man, you have to look at his moon. That's the way you love a manly man. With men, you look at the Venus to see what kind of woman they would treat with the uttermost respect. And the perfect woman to them is their Venus. I don't know if that makes sense. So to love a man, you need to love their moon. Give to the moon. If you want to know the man's Venus, that's their perfect idea of a woman. That's how that works. In the female's chart, the moon is that nurturing aspect, but the moon is also how they give nutrient to others. Okay. For the women, you want to look at what makes them smoking hot, like, is their Mars. They'll get all dolled up doing their Mars business. Their love language is their Venus, though. So if you're a man and you don't know a girl's Venus, you don't know if you could provide that. You don't know if you could access that even. Mm-hmm. And in the charts, you can see it with the synastries. You can see, like, hey, dude, are you sure about this? The elements also kind of factor in and everything. If there are any connections to Venus or Mars to Saturn, and if there are any connections to Venus or Mars to Uranus,
yeah, I have that. I have that natally. I have connections.
One will have an issue with authority, whether they're bossing you around all the time, or whether they just don't like authority and now they're providing more trouble than is necessary, because there are rules to some things, like, I don't want to live with a person that doesn't like doing chores. Chores are work. You're not going to put all that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Venus and Virgo.
If the attachments are to Uranus, Venus and Mars to Uranus, now you got a little freedom runner. I want the liberty with my Venus. I want the liberty with my Mars. And yes, attachments to Uranus, to Venus or Mars can create an environment where this person must have liberation, and they'll have liberation moments. Yeah. Uranus to the moon, they'll have liberation moments where, you can't hold me down, or Uranus, you are the enemy. Let me go.
Uranus involved, especially with Venus, is definitely freedom of expression. So I have to be able to express outwardly how I love, how I create, what I love, what I like. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to be able to, it's a little weird. It's a little unconventional for sure. Where was it? Oh, and Venus and Cancer definitely just wants security. And I'll tell you, anytime that I've been in a relationship and that person made me lose my sense of security, I lost a huge chunk of respect for that person. If not, they lost me altogether. You know, like, security is so big to Cancer. That's why they got that hard outer shell. Lozzie Lou, babe, is Lauren. We got it figured out. And she did have a tarot question.
I know, but she's been occupied looking at everybody's Venus.
So she said she had Venus and Virgo square Neptune, Mars and Cancer square Saturn. Yeah. And she wanted to know. So yes, Lauren Hun, we'll do a tarot reading for you. We're here doing it for our patrons. So Lozzie Lou Lauren wants to know, should she be concerned about Paul? He comes across as creepy. I want to be friends only. That's got to be Iris. I think Iris was just hard landing. I heard her too.
She changed
getting to be an old lady. All right, so let's ask about Paul for Lauren. Comes across as creepy and only wants to be friends. Mars square Pluto. Yeah. I got Venus square Pluto, Venus trine Uranus. Oh, should that? There you go. Creep, freak.
Has there been an invitation somewhere, or this person wants to see you, or you said let's limit that a little bit?
Paul's a Taurus. That's what I was just getting ready to ask you. Way to go, Lord. You threw it in there right in time. I just heard stench intentions. Stench as in, and then I just got shown the Grinch. Stink, stank, stunk. You know that Christmas song from the Grinch? Stink, stank, stunk. Paul for Lauren.
Girl, if you need help with anything, please do not ask this person for help. It does sort of say to slow down with like communication. If you're asking a question like, is this person gonna put something on your vehicle and, you know, like try to track you or take pictures or become like, you know, Stinky Pete crossway over there. We got ourselves a peeping Tom over there.
Always. They follow me.
I mean, the rejection shows that it must be absolutely clear. If this person gave you a loan or helped you out in some sort of way, you may have to sit down and tell it to this person straight up. If you're worried that he's waiting on you, he is. He thinks you're looking at it all wrong. But.
That was strength.
His Mars, Venus, and Mercury are in your 12th. Yeah, ask Candace how that's been going.
Sorry to use as an example, but shit, throwing Candace under the bus here.
No, I don't think he's the one trying to hack your Facebook, love. I don't think he's the one. This dude's waiting for you to fall in love. But you're just friends, man. And some sort of agreement with this person that you're just friends needs to be like crystal clear, but he's not the one hacking your Facebook, no. Conjunct my ascendants. If you know, but it's me. I have a Venus Leo, so I'd be doing this whole, are you in love with me, friend? You are, friend. Well, friend. It sounds a lot like that. Looky here, friend.
Do you guys have something similar? Like, is he trying to?
Hey, Jen.
Okay. So is he kind of like, I don't want to say trauma bonding, but trying to get in over? Do you guys share a similar painful story in any way, shape, or form, or is he?
Hey, baby.
Maybe trying to do. It almost seems like a way that he may be trying to relate with you.
Yeah. I see this person waiting. It's weird, right? But it is a Taurus. I'm going to judge you because you don't make more money, but I'm also waiting on you to fall in love with me.
I got the strength card in reverse twice.
Tauruses, man.
The Hierophant came out in the upright with the strength card in reverse and the 10 of Wands. The Six of Pentacles is in the upright with the Strength card in reverse. The Ten of Swords is there with the Devil card in reverse. But it starts out with an offer, a possible, hey, can I treat you to something? Hey, I like you. Hey, can we be friends? Or I think you said you're already friends. But I also got a set with the Sag card. This came out. So the Temperance card came out. Underside of the deck, I have the Queen of Swords. Beneath it, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Sad. So let me see here. What's that Temperance card? I just heard stay cool, honey bunny.
Stay cool, honey bunny.
Bottom. So then the final card to come out to clarify Temperance is the Chariot card in reverse.
I know.
And the Knight of Cups in reverse. So yeah, with this, I found it interesting that she said, be careful that, so somebody offering assistance, right? Okay. I heard Captain Save a Hoe. I'm not calling you a hoe, Lauren. I love you. I'm just saying that's the vibe that maybe he might put out in a way that's like trying to be generous. But in this way, the way that it feels, because I have the Hierophant over the top of the Strength card, right? I'm backwards. Here we go. I have the Hierophant over the Strength card right here in reverse with the 10 of Wands. And then I have the 6 of Pentacles with Strength card in reverse right there. And in between, it's sitting here like, here, I see Lauren, like up here, just kind of, yeah, I've been there, done that. I don't want no toxic shit. Like I see you in there, but I think she's right, because I think that he's going to try to offer you something that you could really use, like something that you really use. And that, yeah, he keeps asking to help. Yes.
Look, it's just easier to go get a goat.
Yeah.
Just go get a goat, Lauren. Much
Fish
easier.
One of them sea goats out of the ocean. But yeah, he's gonna come in trying to be like an angel.
That's what we were talking about. Him putting a contract down on you when you didn't even know the terms of the contract. That's what this is. I'm waiting on the helper.
This is also this is somebody that like only does things because it makes them look good in front of people, like, but there's that reciprocation of I'm locking you into this expectation. Hey, I did this, that, and the other thing. Where's my fifth house action at, buddy? Like, where's my Leo action?
Look, the bank don't just giving away money for nothing, okay? Taurus rules banks. Bank ain't just gonna give you something for nothing.
Fuck you, Paul.
They gonna remember they got it on a ledger. It's true.
Oh, Lauren says, yeah, I think he has Chiron in the 7th house or something. He seems to go after women who have just broken up, and that speaks to that so weird.
Like every guy out there has something like that. And we're old enough now where we can see the thing.
Oh, so you have a mommy fetish. Oh, so you're a Captain Save-A-Ho fetish. Oh, so you're a
you love
recently
cougars.
Widowed fetish.
Right. You love widowed fetish. Okay. Cool. Yeah. You love women.
Yeah. Oh, right? Your partner's over the road 10 months out of the month.
Yes.
You're my fetish.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not even a fetish. It's a psychological attachment to something way earlier in their lifetime, but they want to continue having the experience with you, using you but you don't know that that's what you're signing up for. This other person wants to connect with you so they can look. When my dad passed away, I had a very important relationship. And I didn't know until about 3 years after the relationship that I wanted to continue having a relationship with my dad. And he was the closest thing to it. I had to apologize. for what I did there. And
Yeah.
he gave me what he knew I kind of wanted was dad. But
And he said,
that
"Bend
wasn't
over, babe,
true.
I'm gonna spank you." No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm being an asshole, Heather.
It's okay to be an asshole sometimes.
He keeps calling you babe and stuff like that, like we're already
Be like,
dating.
dude, did
I'm
I give you
like,
permission?
this when did this happen? I've only met you once in person. It's
That's
like
gross.
he does it subconsciously, though. I call a lot of people babe too. So that very well could be just how he speaks with people with respect in terms of endearment. Is he older than you, Lauren? Because I do that especially if somebody's younger than me, or if I see them on an equal playing field,
I'd be like, quit calling me babe. I didn't give you permission to do that. It's kind of easy to correct a Chiron and 7 kind of easy to correct anybody if you have the balls.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that maybe this is something that you need to address then, okay? So it can't if you don't want this person to go all in on it, you need to express your beliefs about this. Say, "Look, I'm not, I'm gonna give you some equal playing field to say there's no game." Okay. Like, I'm not interested like that. Yes, I enjoy your company. Yes, I appreciate everything you're doing to help or the want to help. But if you're not interested, don't lead a man on because that can really screw with somebody's, even if he's overreaching with the babe calling and acting like you're dating, set your boundaries. That
Dude,
way
you know
he's
what?
not setting false
If you know
expectations.
he's always going after women who just broke up, call it to his face and say, so you
Yeah.
like being a rebound guy, huh?
Yeah.
Is that your gig?
I'll never forget.
I ain't that person. I'm awake. My belief system is this. I don't date rebound anything. Sorry. You got to
Yeah.
have you got to at least have worked on your stuff, dude. Work on if he's doing it subconsciously, he's just a rebound guy.
About 5 years ago, I mean, with the going
5
after a
years
woman.
older, that part, call him out. Yeah.
Yeah,
In the
and I
army,
was
we
getting
used to
ready to
do that all the time and it straightens them
I
right out.
I've done that specifically to somebody that he's passed away now, but I loved him.
You feel
He
you
was
have to be
a
careful.
there was
Bake a cake and then put it on the cake. That's sweet. Cake. Rebound guy. Ding dong. Rebound guy. Can't you put a sticky note on his vehicle while he's at work and then drive away? Man, I come up with all sorts of good ones. And he'll be like, somebody called me rebound guy. I'll be like, oh my God, did they? No.
yeah, that's a rebound guy. How about just Rubbermaid?
I would, man.
Tupperware bounces back. Remember that shit?
You can go to work and make an envelope and make it look like it came from like one of the local organizations.
So I have a
Open
little
it
bit of a
and
story
say,
that I
we were
was
just
getting ready
checking
to
on you. Make sure you're not rebounding.
I had a boyfriend that he was my boyfriend when I was 13. We cared about each other tremendously. We broke up. I got back together with him when I was 15, like my freshman year in high school. We broke up. I got
Sweet.
divorced from my kids' dad, like forever and ever ago. And it just so happened that he came back into my life when he was broke up. Now, the 2 times that we were middle school, high school, he had cheated on me and we broke up, right? So, third time he come at me right after my breakup, he found out I was single. He came right at me and was like, "I love you. I've always loved you. I am so attracted to you. I have to be with you." And I was like, the attraction's reciprocal, the love's reciprocal because we've known each other since we were kids. However, brother. Like, you've cheated on me twice. You think I'm going to go for a third time, for one. Second, aren't you married? Aren't you married? And do you think I'm going to be the rebound girl? Like, WTF, dude? I love you. And he just looked at me like, I cannot fucking believe you just said that to me. So you're going to get a look, but if you know, you just got to say it. You set up those false expectations, they'll run with them.
You could always pay a 10-year-old, like $20 to go up and ring the doorbell and scream, "Rebound guy," and then run off. That's one. And then the second one was
very true.
Can't remember.
Oh goodness. But you got it. It's one of it's no, and I think you're right for thinking that way, Lauren. All right. Well, and hi, Robert. I see you just came into the chat. It's going well. We've been here for quite a while.
2 minutes of your energy to tell me, now that I've seen the truth, what happens next. Surrender. What else can you do?
So I will say also something that you were talking about earlier, how every time a planet and like a planet leaves a sign, like an outer planet leaves a sign, it leaves something, right? And so if it leaves something, let me see here. I lost my train of thought. I had a good thought, but I lost it.
I had
I'll get it
somebody
back in a
from
second.
my high school. That's what I was going to say. My high school. And he sent me a text message the other day. It was a picture of himself with a big fat wad of cash. And he was trying to give this, I don't know, look. He had it in his mouth with his glasses on. And I wrote him back in my all too wonderful Virgo fashion. Ew, that's gross. Take that out of your mouth. And he was like, yeah, but I'm like, no, 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 no. Dude, do you know how many people don't wash their hands when they go to the restroom? And I said, some dude went in there and touched Priapus, didn't wash his hands, took out a few bills and threw it on the counter, and now you've got it in your mouth. He has not texted us back since. Shame. Just call it out.
I wish I could remember what I was going to say. I've been doing that so much lately. It's the sudden brain fog, but there we go. I have another man. Oh, Lauren's still there. I have another man. He's ex wanting to rebound with me too. It's so annoying. Oh, that's what I was going to say. When the planets leave the sign, they drop something off. However, don't think they're not going to still test you and be like, are you sure you're not done with that kind of behavior? Because it's something that maybe you used to go for, right? And so I feel like karmically that happens a lot, especially if you're stepping into this higher thing, truth. Let's put it that way. You step into this higher truth. Is this really your truth? Or are you going to backslide to behavior? So it's authentic. It does like an authenticity check, if that makes sense. All right. Well, honey, you got anything else to say, or are we going to wrap up?
No,
Because we've been here for
I
a
was
while.
just goofing off.
Oh,
I was just goofing off.
We can keep goofing off, but I need a break. I need to potty.
Yeah, Iris needs to eat.
We're going to say good night then.
Good night, folks.
Thanks for joining